evening and welcome to the 2018-2019 Encore Awards nominations. Let me say at the beginning, congratulations to everyone who's nominated, and if we should inadvertently mispronounce or misspell your name, please contact your Encore Theater representative for the corrections. Again, congratulations to everyone, and here is Roger Dutcher to start the nominations.
We will begin with Best Set Design of a Comedy. The nominees are Jay Gantz, Savannah Sipping Society, The Belfry; Carrie Nye, Blythe Spirit, Shelby County Players; Jen Otterman, Social Security, Main Street Productions; Kathy Watson and John Sampson, A Little Christmas Spirit, Main Street Productions; David Wines, First Kisses, Center Stage Community Theater. For Best Set Design of a Drama, the nominees are Aaron B. Bailey, The Unexpected Gift, Buck Creek Players; Christian Condra, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players; Ron Ressler, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players; Ron Ressler, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players; Ron Ressler, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. For Best Set Design of a Musical, the nominees are Aaron Bailey, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players; Sean Cassidy and Bradley Lowe, Murder Ballad, Footlight Musicals; Christian Condra, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals; Greg Cox, Nonsense 2, Shelby County Players; Stephen Matters, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals; Stephen Matters, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater; Bill Phelan, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals; John Walker, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. For Best Set Decoration of a Comedy, the nominees are Jan Brocherding, Savannah Sipping Society, The Belfry; Carrie Nye, Blythe Spirit, Shelby County Players; Ron Ressler, Elizabeth Ruddle, and Marcia Grant, Lacey Summer, Epilogue Players; Ron Ressler, Jane Mercer, A Nice Family Christmas, Epilogue Players. For Best Set Decoration of a Drama, Aaron B. Bailey, Melissa DeVito, and Gloria Bray, The Unexpected Gift, Buck Creek Players; Ron Ressler, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players; Ron Ressler, Ed Mobley, and Catherine Mobley, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players; Ron Ressler, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players; Craig Underwood, Harriet Tubman, and American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. For Best Set Decoration of a Musical, the nominees are Sean Cassidy, Bradley Lowe, and Mary Lick, Murder Ballad, Footlight Musicals; Melissa DeVito, Molly Krause, and John Walker, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players; Bill Phelan, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Best Ensemble in a Play, the nominees are The Ladies of Randa's Veranda, Savannah Sipping Society, The Belfry; The Cast, Social Security, Main Street Productions. Best Ensemble in a Musical, the nominees are The Cast, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater; The Cast, Forever Plaid, Carmel Community Players; The Cast, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players; The Delta News, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals; The Snake Ensemble, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Best Performer Under the Age of 18 in a Comedy, the nominees are Craig Dolder, A Christmas Story, Hendricks Civic Theater; Lennon Hofer, First Kisses, Center Stage Community Theater. The nominees for Best Performer Under the Age of 18 in a Musical, Grace Gleva, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals; Justice Harris, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater; Jackson Lindner, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendrick Civic Theater. Ava Lusby, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Robert Porter III, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater. And now with some more nominations, here is John Kastner, Vice President of the Encore Association.
Good evening. The nominees for Best Costumes for a Comedy: Suzanne Bush and Kristen Kobold, A Christmas Story, Hendrick Civic Theater. Tiffany D. Wilson, Blythe Spirit, Shelby County Players. The nominees for Best Costumes for a Drama: Teresa Burns, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Hendrick Civic Theater. Linda Groh, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Susan Sanderock, Failure to Zigzag, Carmel Community Players. Lynn Sanders, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. Craig Underwood, Harriet Tubman, An American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. For Best Costumes for a Musical, the nominees are Sandy Bateshold, Forever Plaid, Carmel Community Players. Kathy Cutchell, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. Norma Floyd, Shirley Sarton, and Letitia Lindsley, Gilligan's Island, The Belfry. Karen Fry Knotts, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Kurt Pickard, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. And Vicky Tews, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. For Best Stage Manager of a Play, Ann Airwarder and Fran Knapp, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. Cole Lewelwitz, Sense and Sensibility, Hendrick Civic Theater. For Best Stage Manager of a Musical, the nominees are Sean Cassidy and Jeremy Crouch, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals, and Lauren Johnson, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. For Best Lighting Design for a Play, Eric Matters, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. Eric Matters, Our Town, The Belfry. Greg Cox, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Eric Matters, Perfect Crime, Main Street Productions. Jeff Kern, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. Eric Matters, Failure to Zigzag, Carmel Community Players. Gerald Willis, 12 Angry Men, Hendrick Civic Theater. Bill Miller, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. For Best Lighting Design for a Musical, Aaron B. Bailey, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Becca Dittar, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Maria and Eric Matters, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. Andy Stevens, Singing in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Andy Stevens, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater. For Best Light Board Operator for a Play, the nominees are Becky Buchanan Schwanke, Failure to Zigzag, Carmel Community Players. Kate Hinman, Perfect Crime, Main Street Productions. Aidan Lucas, Our Town, The Belfry. Bill Miller, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Andrew Young, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. For Best Light Board Operator for a Musical, the nominees are Bruce Edelman, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Bradley Lowe, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Lori Raffle, Forever Plaid, Carmel Community Players. The nominees for Best Minor Supporting Actor in a Play: Zach Bouzan, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. Kevin Caraher, A Little Christmas Spirit, Main Street Productions. Rocky Miano, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shelby County Players. Scott Prill, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. And Matt Roberts, 12 Angry Men, Hendrick Civic Theater. For Best Minor Supporting Actor in a Musical, Christian Condra, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals, and Michael Davis, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. For Best Minor Supporting Actress in a Play, Julia Flowers, A Christmas Story, Hendricks Civic Theater. Kara Hartman, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shelby County Players. Emily Ramquist, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. And Susan Yao, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. For Best Minor Supporting Actress in a Musical, we had just one nominee, and the winner will be announced on awards night. And now here's Encore President Bobby Griffiths with our next group of nominations.
And now the nominees for Best Sound Design for a Play. Luke Hoffer, Red, White, and Tuna, The Belfry. Jeff Lynch, Our Town, The Belfry. Bill Miller, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Nominee for Best Sound Production or Sound Design for a Musical. We only had one nomination, and that winner will be announced at the Encore Awards. Best Soundboard Operator for a Play. Bill Miller, Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Bill Trimmer, Our Town, The Belfry. Best Props for a Play. The nominees are Gloria Bray and Miss Melissa DeVito, The Unexpected Gift, Buck Creek Players. Teresa Burns, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Hendricks Civic Theater. Pam Jensen, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Debbie Underwood, Harriet Tubman, An American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. Kathy Watson, A Little Christmas Spirit, Main Street Productions. The nominee for Best Props for a Musical will be announced at the Encore Awards. Best Choreography. Chris Barber and Rick Barber, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Linda Reese, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Linda Reese, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Trisha Roberts, Singing in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Best Male Dancer. Elijah Duff, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Judson Updike, Singing in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Best Female Dancer. Presley Hewitt, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Jessica Schwartz, Singing in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Angela Wood, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Best Vocal Direction, there was only one nomination, and that will be announced at the Encore Awards. Best Major Supporting Actor in a Comedy. Bob Jensen, Sense and Sensibilities, Hendricks Civic. Tom Johnson, Social Security, Main Street Productions. Carrie Nye, Odd Couple Female Version, Shelby County Players. Nate Piguch, A Little Christmas Spirit, Main Street Productions. Best Major Supporting Actor in a Drama. Larry Adams, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. Chris Condra, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shelby County Players. Ron Gaetano, A Failure to Zigzag, Carmel Community Players. Jeff Mays, Our Town, The Belfry. Matt Spurlock, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Joe Wagner, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. James Whelan, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Hendricks Civic Theater. Adam Workman, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Adam Workman, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. Best Major Supporting Actor in a Musical. Onus Dean, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater. Scott Fleshhood, Disaster, the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Jonathan Krause, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Jackson Linder, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater. Keen Maddock, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Ethan Matthias, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. And now back to Roger Dutcher for more nominations.
Best Major Supporting Actress in a Comedy. The nominees are Valerie Barnett, Sense and Sensibility, Hendricks Civic Theater. Kara Hartman, Blythe Spirit, Shelbyville County Players. Susan Hill, Social Security, Main Street Productions. Denise Jekyll, Love, Loss, and What I Wore, Center Stage Community Theater. Adrian Reisberg, Love, Loss, and What I Wore, Center Stage Community Theater. Lisa Warner, Social Security, Main Street Productions. Best Major Supporting Actress in a Drama. Addison D. Arentz, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Kathy Morgan, Our Town, The Belfry. Kathy Morgan, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. Jenny White, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Best Major Supporting Actress in a Musical. The nominees are Sarah Marone, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Gabby Niehaus, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater. Yasmin Saincher, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Kristen Szczesniak, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. The category of Best Male Singer, the nominations are Howard Batesold, Forever Plaid, Carmel Community Players. Luke Bockelman, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Onis Dean, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater. Daniel Draves, Murder Ballad, Footlight Musicals. Scott Fleshhood, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Mitchell Hammersley, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Charlie Metzger, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Dave Pelsu, Murder Ballad, Footlight Musicals. Scott Semester, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. Alan Sledge, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Johnny Taylor, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater. The category of Best Female Singer. The nominees are April Armstrong, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater. Libby Buck, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. Lori Ecker, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. Grace Gliva, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Audrey Larkin, Gilligan's Island, The Belfry. Willandra Malone, Nonsense 2, Shelby County Players. Sydney Norwalk, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Elizabeth Peterson, Nonsense 2, Shelby County Players. Nina Stillebauer, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. And the nominees for Best Musical Number. Make 'Em Laugh, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Never Can Say Goodbye, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. And now John will come back with some more nominations.
All right, folks, buckle up. We've got our lead actors, productions, and directors to come. The nominees for Best Lead Actor in a Comedy: Larry Adams, A Dickens Christmas Carol, Center Stage Community Theater. Bill Buchanan, Going, Going, Gone, Main Street Productions. Ron Clendening, A Christmas Story, Hendricks Civic Theater. Brian Kuhn, Going, Going, Gone, Main Street Productions. Elijah Hendricks, First Kisses, Center Stage Community Theater. Byron Holmes, Going, Going, Gone, Main Street Productions. Tom Johnson, A Little Christmas Spirit, Main Street Productions. Connor Phelan, First Kisses, Center Stage Community Theater. Eric Shaver, Social Security, Main Street Productions. The nominees for Best Lead Actor in a Drama: Joe Aiello, The Guys, Main Street Productions. Dan Flayhive, Harriet Tubman and American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. Matt Hartsburg, Our Town, The Belfry. Dave Hoffman, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. Andy Janning, 12 Angry Men, Hendricks Civic Theater. Ben Jones, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Tim Latimer, Failure to Zigzag, Carmel Community Players. David E. Leeds, 12 Angry Men, Hendricks Civic Theater. Carrie Nye, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shelby County Players. Jeff Peabody, 12 Angry Men, Hendricks Civic Theater. Jeff Sankey, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Hendricks Civic Theater. Jonathan Scoble, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Michael Smiley, Perfect Crime, Main Street Productions. R.C. Thorne, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. Mark Toomey, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. John Parks Whitaker, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. And Tristan Wolfe, The Laramie Project, Center Stage Community Theater. For Best Lead Actor in a Musical, the nominees are Luke Bockelman, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Christian Condra, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. Robert Ellis, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater. Mitchell Hammersley, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Dave Pelsu, Murder Ballad, Footlight Musicals. Jonathan Scoble, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. Johnny Taylor, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater. Judson Updike, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. And Joe Wagner, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. For Best Lead Actress in a Comedy, the nominees are Kaylina Cuevas, Social Security, Main Street Productions. Sabrina Dupre, Sense and Sensibility, Hendricks Civic Theater. Erica Evans, The Odd Couple, female version, Shelby County Players. Sabrina Lang, First Kisses, Center Stage Community Theater. Angelica Meade, Sense and Sensibility, Hendricks Civic Theater. Lisa Warner, A Little Christmas Spirit, Main Street Productions. The nominees for Best Lead Actress in a Drama: Gloria Bray, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Susan Hill, Our Town, The Belfry. Emily Jackson, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. Laura Landman Givens, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Lexi Odell, Our Town, The Belfry. Renee Pack, Harriet Tubman and American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. Julie Powers, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Hendricks Civic Theater. Emily Schaub, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. Georgiana Typin, Perfect Crime, Main Street Productions. Julie Wellen, The Guys, Main Street Productions. Tiffany D. Wilson, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shelby County Players. Katie Withers, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. For Best Lead Actress in a Musical, the nominees are April Armstrong, Tarzan, Wayne Township Community Theater. Libby Buck, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. Laura Duvall, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Lori Ecker, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. Emily Gaddy, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Grace Gleva, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Jessica Hawkins, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Bridget Ludlow, Murder Ballad, Footlight Musicals. Sarah Marone, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Sydney Norwalk, Brigadoon, Footlight Musicals. Sydney Norwalk, Singin' in the Rain, Footlight Musicals. Elizabeth Peterson, Nonsense 2, Shelby County Players. Nina Stillebauer, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Kim Wallace, Nonsense 2, Shelby County Players. Jennifer Wells, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Hendricks Civic Theater. Brenna Whitaker, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. And now to take us home with director and productions is Bobby Griffiths.
And now, Best Director of a Play. The nominees are Sam Brown, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. Kathy Cutshaw, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Catherine Mobley, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. Lori Raffle, Harriet Tubman, An American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. Brent Rollrich, 12 Angry Men, Hendricks Civic Theater. Brent Rollrich, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Brent Rollrich, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. Best Director of a Musical, the nominees are Rick and Chris Barber, Legally Blonde, Footlight Musicals. Lauren Johnson, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. D. Scott Robinson, After the Fair, Buck Creek Players. D. Scott Robinson, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. D. Timmy, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. Best Production of a Play. The nominees are Cheryl Kearns, Making God Laugh, Buck Creek Players. Ed Mobley, The Unexpected Guest, Epilogue Players. Phyllis Monroe, Wait Until Dark, Epilogue Players. Betsy Reason, It's a Wonderful Life, The Belfry. Craig Underwood, Harriet Tubman, An American Moses, Wayne Township Community Theater. Bobby Van Howe, A Streetcar Named Desire, Carmel Community Players. Jeff Vonhart, 12 Angry Men, Hendricks Civic Theater. Best Production of a Musical. Charlie Hanover, I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Carmel Community Players. Cheryl Kearns and Lynn B. Robinson, Disaster the Musical, Buck Creek Players. Beth Swayze, Children of Eden, Footlight Musicals. Congratulations to all our nominees. Winners will be announced at the 50th Annual Encore Awards and Scholarship Ceremony on Monday, October 28th at the Toby at the Indianapolis Museum of Arts at Newfield. Recipients of our Rising Stars, the Gene Cones Memorial Scholarship Award, and the E. Edward Green Lifetime Achievement Award, as well as our Standing Ovation honorees, will also be announced. Tickets go on sale Monday, September 23rd at 8 a.m. on brownpapertickets.com. All seats are $25. Sales will close on 9 a.m. on October 28th, and no tickets will be sold at the door. Again, congratulations to everyone, and we'll see you at the Encores.